Everybody, it's January 4th. Pretty nice out. We just got a little bit of snow, but it's pretty warm. It's supposed to get in the mid-30s today, so that'll be nice. But anyway, I'm gonna go give the cows. We just let them out. I got to give them some silage outside. Then my cousin's coming back over with his brush mower on that ASV. See if we can finish mowing that, or if he can finish mowing that pasture there behind the house. So hopefully get that done today. Just a few things like that. So get this skid steer fired up. I also have the, I'll turn it around. I'm making some progress in my shop here, getting this cleaned out. Still got a ways to go, but it's getting better. But anyway, I got this in here, this B Farmall. I started it yesterday. I was going to go get the feeder wagon and feed the cows. And I heard a clunk, and now I'm getting a grinding in the transmission. So I probably won't get to it today, but that's something I am going to be pulling apart on there, see what's going on there in the near future, so stay tuned for that.
I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
That insulator there is a lower wire insulator. Here it is, but it's all loose. Comfortable.
So this pasture is kind of like a big pizza shape, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Just in between the two driveways. You figured it's what, 3 acres?
It's hard to tell with its shape and as wooded as it is. I know Grandpa said when they fenced it, it was over a 1/4 mile around the whole thing. But you don't get any grass in here to graze really, but it's nice in the wintertime because it's so sheltered from the wind. It's like having another shed. But in the summertime, it's so shaded you don't get enough grass in here that
grows a lot of burdocks.
Yeah, it's good for growing them. But it'll be nice to get this brush out of here. Yeah, I don't know. I think Grandpa said, I don't know when it was, but there was a drought year and they had, the government or whatever had funding for fencing for like more pasture. So that's when they fenced this. Then Grandpa Harold had sheep in here. I don't know what it was used for before that, if they had it pastured or if it was just kind of a wood grove. But that mesh wire, we tore that all out now because it was falling down and all mashed into the ground and everything. So I just got 2 strands of electric barbed wire now. So get that put back up, and I think, well actually, from here to the corner, and then I think just along the driveway by the calf huts is the only place we need to add wire. I think everything else has been 2 strand because I pulled the mesh all out of there when I fenced it, and then most of this was. The reason I ended here is because this mesh was all good yet. But so anyway, I got this pulled up, but I'll probably, now that we're going to go all the way to the end, I'd probably just get some more wire and splice onto this and go to the corner. But we can keep walking around now. Everybody, Tuesday, January 5th. I'm just in the shop here. Got the little B Farmall here. Started making a noise. It sure sounds to me like it's in the transmission. So I'm going to pull the top cover off where the shifter is. See what we find in there. Like I said, it was kind of hard to tell, but that's what it sounded like. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm gonna have to pull this off too. Well, I really don't see anything noticeably wrong in here. I might have to pull Might take a magnet and stick down in there in the oil and see if I get any pieces of anything out of there. But other than that, it looks okay in there. All right, I did some looking around in the transmission. I don't know. I don't see anything. It is a little bit low on oil, but I don't know that would make the difference. I got to get a telescoping pickup magnet. I'm going to stick down in there and just see if I pull out anything, if there would be a chipped gear. Like I said, I started it over here. I drove it maybe 100 feet, and then I heard a clunk, and then it was kind of making that clunking sound. So I'm just going to do a little more inspection here and see what I find. But otherwise, I don't know. I pulled the little inspection plate off the side of the clutch by the throwout bearing. From what I could see in there, I didn't notice anything, but maybe something in there is making a noise and it's transferring back through. But anyway, from what I see here, there's nothing wrong, but I'm just going to keep looking and we'll go from there. Another thing I did just think about, it does have on your rear wheels, you've got gear reduction on each side. I suppose it's possible it could be something in there. If I don't find any metal in the transmission, what I might do is jack up each side and turn it by hand, see if I hear any clunking in there. Like I said, it didn't sound like it was coming. It sounded like the transmission, but that noise can carry. I know that. So anyway, I guess that's just another thought I had. But I'm gonna go finish up some chores now. I got to get ready to let the cows out and stuff. So we'll get back to that later. Alright, well, I'm in the shop here. This little B, I don't know what I did to it, but it's working now. I pulled the lid off the transmission. I got a magnet. I fished around in there. I didn't find anything. So I just topped off the gear oil and put it back together and drove it all over the place, and it didn't make sound. So I guess that's good. The sun's glaring me there. But anyway, one thing I am going to do, as long as I've got it in here, it's got, I think the radiator has a leak on it. It's spraying antifreeze all over in here. It's got the belts all loose. So I think I'm going to pull the radiator out and get that checked out, get that worked on. And I'm not sure if it's all antifreeze. I'm going to do a little closer looking and see if the front crank seal is leaking or not. I'm not sure. Looks like there might be some oil too, but who knows? That could be just antifreeze and old crud in there flying around. So anyway, we're going to dig into that a little bit. But anyway, got that clunk, I guess, fixed. So that's good. Alright, I got the hood and the grill pulled off here. Yeah, definitely the radiator's leaking. You can actually, I don't know if you can see, but up in here around this neck, it's actually, the solder has separated and there's coolant all up in here, so I'm going to have to pull that off. Then we can get in there. I can take a look at that front crank seal a little bit better. But for those of you who don't know, on these little B Farmall, they don't have a water pump. It's just the heat causes the water to circulate. So it does have a fan, but there's no water pump, so that's not leaking. But get the radiator pulled off, and then I can see better at the front. That's definitely going to have to get fixed or replaced. So, but anyway, I got that off so I can see in there a little bit better. But yeah, it's all greasy because actually the little belt that runs to the, well, I've got an alternator on it now, but that's actually all deteriorated from being full of antifreeze or oil or whatever. So get that all apart and get that working.